Welcome to 15 Minute Theatre, the only review show that squeezes a whole production into 900 seconds. The date is Tuesday the 2nd of October, and we've just been to see The Humans open the house. Hey Vicky.
Alright, Jim Bobs.
How you doing?
I'm alright, thanks. How are you?
I'm alright.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Got a new haircut?
Got a new haircut. It's looking pretty fly.
Yeah, you look pretty fly for a white guy.
Yeah.
Bit Clark Kent, I thought.
Well, that's alright. Clark Kent's alright. But which Clark Kent?
Oh, the one...
I think I look like Tom Welling
Christopher
from
Reeve.
Smallville.
Christopher Reeve.
Okay, well, at least it's not the guy from the 50s.
Oh, actually, can I change my mind?
So the nights are drawing in.
They are.
I quite like it.
Well, I'd like it more if I had an open fire.
I've got a gas fire.
Well, that's better than nothing, isn't it?
It is.
I have zero fires.
We have no fire in here tonight, though.
No.
And actually, no fire in our belly, because we've just been to see The Humans.
We have been to see The Humans.
Okay, shall I give you a bit of information about it?
Yes, please.
Okay, it was directed by Joe Mantello, written by Stephen Curran. Notable actors are...
He's just taking his glasses off.
Amy was played by Cassie Beck. Eric was played by Reed Birney. Deirdre was played by Jane Howdy-Shell. Fiona Momo Blake was played by Lauren Klein. Richard Saad was played by Arian Moyet. And Bridget Blake was played by Sarah Steele.
These are all excellent and I'm sure entirely correct pronunciations.
Thank you very much. Okay, give us a little bit of a synopsis, will you?
So it was a family coming together for Thanksgiving in the Americas, in New York. One of the daughters had just started renting a new pad with her boyfriend, what she'd moved in with for the first time, whom she'd moved in with for the first time. And so the family had come to see it. So it's like the mum, the dad, the other sister, the gran. They'd come to see the flat and have Thanksgiving together. And cue family stuff.
Yeah.
That's basically the synopsis.
Cue dull family stuff for an hour and a half, in my opinion.
I mean, without having discussed this at great length, James, I'm getting the impression you didn't really like this very much.
I hated it. I was so bored all
Really?
the way through. Yeah, it was like a really, really bad version of Friends.
What was it you hated the most?
Look, I just thought it was really dull from start to finish. It didn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
The issues, we all know what, there were issues of poverty and issues of cheating. It was just very bland and banal and dull, and nothing happened of interest. And
So this multi-Tony Award-winning production...
yeah. I don't know why they gave it so many awards. I mean, what did you think?
Maybe it was a quiet year. Well, considering that I nodded off a few times, I wasn't riveted.
So, come on. I mean, right, let's talk about some of the positives. All right, so the staging was quite nice. It was on a split stage to show like a basement flat, basically.
So I believe they're called duplex apartments where they're on 2 floors. So they had the basement and the ground floor.
Yeah, but the most exciting thing for me was that it was split. So obviously, you could see it as an audience.
Yeah.
But there was someone in a wheelchair, and I thought they could just fall off that at any moment, and that would be quite horrific.
Well, anyone could have fallen off at any moment.
I know, but if you fall off in a wheelchair, it's more likely to really hurt.
Yeah.
Because you're in like a vehicle.
Yeah. But I think they kept the brakes on.
Yeah, but so that was my sense of danger.
Yeah.
They kept me going for most of it.
Just to see whether the lady in the wheelchair would fall off the first floor down to the basement.
Oh, and it all revolved around Thanksgiving meal, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And they didn't have much because they just moved in. But it really annoys me. It annoys me in films and TV, actually, when they're eating and they're not really eating and they're pretending to eat. And
I think they did eat some food, though.
They ate a tiny little amount of food. And did you see the amount of mashed potato they had?
It wasn't enough for the size of the family.
No, it wasn't.
No.
And
Tiny bit of turkey.
Yeah. And just a few nibbles. And one of the themes was, another boring, dull theme, was that the mother was overweight. Join most of the rest of the Americans in society.
Well, it's a little bit stereotypical.
No, but, statistics show that there's a lot of obese Americans out there.
Yeah.
And I suppose obese British people now. We're catching up. But it's like, oh, wow, she's going to have a cake at Thanksgiving. Oh, my goodness.
But luckily she didn't get to have a cake because all sorts of family stuff ensued.
What like?
Well, there was a revelation.
Blah, blah. What was the revelation?
Well, we can't say the revelation because if someone goes to see it...
Well, it wasn't a very exciting revelation anyway,
No.
was it? Nothing exciting for me happened in this play.
It wasn't exciting, no.
What else have I got down here? Nothing work. Oh, it did, yeah. Just boring. I've put food boring, worst sitcom, wheelchair falling off. That's what
You put
I've got.
what, worst sitcom?
Well, it was like a sitcom, but a really bad one.
Yeah.
And I prefer to have watched.
There were some lulls. People were lolling in the audience. Not like continuously, but there were a few laughs, weren't there?
But I don't know if the demo. I'm going to offend everybody, but I don't know if the audience. It was quite an aged audience again, wasn't it?
Yeah. Did you notice at the end when they came on to do their bows that like only two of them were smiling?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, only the dad and the younger daughter were smiling. All of the others looked really miserable. Maybe they'd had a bad day. Maybe something had happened.
But I don't think, even by lifting their performance, that would have improved the quality of the play.
I just don't understand why it won so many awards.
Yeah.
I feel like we're missing something. I feel like maybe...
Do you think there was a second half?
Yeah, maybe we left too early.
No, there wasn't a second half.
I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me.
All right, look, let's talk a little bit about the actors.
Okay.
On the positive, I really liked the mother.
The mother?
Deirdre.
Yeah, I felt like her and the dad weren't a good match. Like,
No,
you wouldn't put them together.
Terrible match, but I thought she was quite interesting to listen to. I thought her good characterisation was good.
Yeah.
And when she was telling stories and stuff, I thought she was good.
Yeah.
I thought we've seen it a few times now, but the nanny, the grandmother, who's slightly senile and just does a little bit for a minute.
She's a bit more than slightly senile.
Yeah.
She's like full-blown dementia.
But I think that's like the third, fourth time we've seen it in a play this year.
Yeah.
And for me, it's getting tired, especially as though she did nothing of interest.
She had a little sort of fit thing, didn't she? Where she got a bit agitated.
Yeah.
She lay on the sofa for a bit.
But maybe it was the fact that they didn't divulge any secrets or they didn't say anything, but nothing came out.
No.
The most exciting thing was when the pans fell on the floor.
Yeah, some pans fell on the floor. That's a bit of a giveaway, isn't it?
Well, nobody...
That's the most exciting thing in the play.
Well, I don't know. I'm at a loss.
Well,
maybe I don't get American humour.
Maybe... No. Maybe that... I mean, it just didn't really work for me. But I feel like... I don't know. Is there something that we're missing? I don't know. Why did it win so many Tonys?
Well, I found the rest of the cast... I found the kids... the young adults... quite unlikable.
I didn't really... I found it difficult to warm to any of them.
And what about, the boyfriend? Nothing happened with him. He had a little dispute about money with the father.
Yeah.
But it didn't go anywhere, did it?
No. Nothing went anywhere.
Except the light bulbs. They went off.
The light bulbs kept going.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly planned, not just like they hadn't checked the set.
Oh.
Okay, let's move on to another category. What do you want to ask about?
All right. Well, really, special effects, lighting, anything there?
Not really. There was nothing that blew me away about any of it, I have to say.
I looked at my watch about 15 times.
Did you?
Yeah.
It was only an hour and a half with no interval.
Yeah, but I really felt when I looked at my watch and it was like 40 minutes in, and I thought, oh my god, so it's not going anywhere for me.
Yeah.
And we don't do spoilers, but Like, the big revelations, as we said, were not big revelations.
No.
Vicky, I hated it.
I'm getting this impression quite strongly.
That's me doing a New York accent, because it's set in New York.
Oh man, I hated it much.
I
really hated it. That was a terrible, terrible accent off.
Okay, well look, shall we have a break and then come back and score this
like
motherfucker?
you need to calm down a little bit.
Excuse my language.
Squeeze you, baking powder.
Alright. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the theatre, the auditorium. What did you think of the Hampstead Theatre?
Well, I've never been there before.
Me neither.
It was quite a nice space, wasn't it?
Swanky.
It's quite small.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, doing a little yawn. Apologies.
We got... Yeah, sorry, now we're boring you with the review, but it certainly seems fair, seeing as we were bored watching the play.
I don't think it's ever fair to bore our avid listeners.
I don't think it's fair to bore a theatre goer.
No. Okay.
So think on, Mr. Producers.
Okay. So yeah, the theatre was nice.
We had seats like in a box, didn't we?
We had strange seats. We were sort of sat on the side in the dress circle, and we were sort of sat singularly facing this. I can't really explain it. Luckily, we didn't have to sit next to each other. And neither of us had to sit next to anyone else. So it worked out pretty well, didn't it?
Yeah.
Antisocial James over here really enjoyed it.
What did you think of the crowd? I thought it was quite an elite, ageing crowd myself.
Yeah, I'd go with that.
But I was listening to people's reviews as they were coming out, and they weren't over enamoured.
Really?
Yeah. Everyone was
wasn't...
kind of saying, "What did it?" Maybe it
The
just
applause
wasn't supposed to go anywhere.
I wonder whether maybe it was just a bit of a bad night. I don't know, but yeah,
I certainly did see a line fluff.
Did you?
Yeah, the mother started garbling her lines a bit, and
they did talk. They talked over at each other quite a bit, didn't they?
Yes, and that's what it made me think of. At one point, when they were doing all that talking over business, it made me think this is like watching a really long improvisation.
Right.
You know, because you and me are both theatre trained.
Yeah, you could say that, yeah.
And yeah, it was like, you know, you're watching it, and you know when those improvisations go on a bit too long, and it was all a little bit cliched.
Yeah.
And the acting I thought was really kind of cliched and hammy.
Yeah.
You know.
I agree with all these things. I mean, I think you hated it slightly more than I did. But...
Well, we'll find out, shall we?
Okay.
Shall we score it?
Okay.
Okay, so we're scoring it out of 5, aren't we?
Yeah, I think so. Are we?
No.
No, it's out of 10.
It's out of 10, I forgot.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
been a while since we've done it.
I know, we're getting out of practice.
Okay, alright, so performances, Vicky.
Like a 4.
I'm going to give it a 6.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, because you like the mum.
I like the mum. And, yeah, I think that was really generous. You've looked at my other scores.
Bang mine
now.
up to a 5.
No, you can't have it.
I want to change it.
Then. All right, staging and technical. I've given it a 7 because I did quite like the way the stage was set up.
Yeah, do you know what? I'll give it a 7 as well.
Okay.
I'd agree with you.
Narrative, plot.
I'd give it like a 5.
Wow, I've given it a 2.
Wow.
I just really didn't like this at all.
Okay.
It didn't give me anything.
Yeah, that's
And I
fair.
know sometimes less is more with theatre. I'm not stupid.
Yeah.
I'm not stupid.
No, you're not stupid.
Thanks.
Is that what you're angling for? I'm not stupid.
All right, so I gave it a 2. What do you give it a 5?
What was it? Yeah.
All right, originality.
I'd give it like a 3.
You've been looking at my scores.
No.
I've given it a 3.
Okay, well, there you go then.
Yeah. Was it worth it?
4.
I've given it a 2. Just really didn't think it was. And I would have given it a benefit of the doubt. It was a short play, so it shouldn't have been that boring for me. Thank God. I wouldn't have come back, I don't think, after the interval. All right, so should we add these scores up?
Yeah, and this is what I do every time. Oh, we think we're going to the theatre next week, aren't we? We are.
All right, so you're going to tell people what we're doing while I top the scores.
Yeah, you do the scores. So we've got 2 things next week. Next Wednesday, we're going to see Othello with Mark Rylance, which I'm very excited about because I think he's a wonderful actor. So that'll be good. And then we're going to see Wise Children at the Old Vic, which is directed by Emma Rice, who used to be at the Globe, who has directed some fantastic productions. Have you done the scores?
Yes. I'm trying to remember how to do them. Okay.
Okay, I hope you've got it right.
I have. I think so. I can now reveal the score. It gets a star rating of 2.2.
That's got to be the lowest, doesn't it?
It's right at the bottom of our leaderboard. And I think that's fair because I certainly liked the Aristocrats. The Aristocrats?
The
Aristocats.
Aristocats, the musical.
I like that
When
one.
are they going to do that? We should write it.
Here is the campaign right now. I think it should be at the bottom.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, but it is very low.
Yeah.
Oh well, sucks
Never
to
mind.
be you. Anyway, it won't be on the leaderboard for much longer because we're going to do our award ceremony in a couple of weeks.
Oh yeah, we are,
So
aren't we?
stay tuned for our special where we are going to reveal the best and worst of our year.
Yep.
Because it's our birthday show. And then we clear the leaderboard for the following year.
Do we get to have cake and champagne?
Yes, we do.
Okay, marvellous.
But there'll have to be gluten-free champagne.
Okay, fine. I mean, I don't think you've understood what gluten is.
I'm trying to be supportive.
Okay, fine.
All right, well, look, thankfully that's the theatre bell to take us out of our dull boredom.
Goodness.
Tediousness.
Apologies if this one's been a little low.
Well, we have to be truthful. True to
Yeah,
ourselves.
absolutely.
Keeping it real, Vicky, on the streets.
Yeah,
We should have done the whole thing in a New York accent.
I think that would have not offended anyone at all.
Well, that was a theatre bell, so it means we're out of time. So thanks for listening. I've been James.
I've been Vicky.
And so the curtain's down, the theatre's dark, and that was 15-minute theatre. Good night.
Good night.
If you're brave enough to have your theatre production reviewed, please contact us at 15minutetheatre@gmail.com. Find us on Twitter and please rate and review us on iTunes. Thanks for listening.